All right, so we just had UFC 326, Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveria 2. I want to talk a little bit about the card. First things first, I want to talk a little bit about the main event. Um, what a performance. A lot of people are hating on this performance because it's not BMF worthy or whatever, and there wasn't much stand and bang, but I think it was a pretty much masterful performance by Charles. So I just want to get out the way real quick and before I talk about any other fights. And yeah. All right, so let's talk a little bit about these prelim fights. Cody Garbrandt and Zio Long. Um, Zio did a lot of fouls in this fight. I believe he got 2 points deducted, and that's mostly why Cody Garbrandt won this fight. Um, uh, Poor performance I think from Cody as well. He didn't look that great. Wasn't using boxing, so I was kind of annoyed by that for a fact. I think he should retire. I thought that for a while though, to be honest. And yeah, Zio Long was doing very well. He just was fouling constantly and was making dumb decisions to lose points, and that's ultimately what why he lost. And yeah, Cody Brumage and Dante Johnson. I thought this was a great performance. Cody looks very old. I think that was very clear in this fight. Dante Johnson was doing a great job of just picking his shots and landing clean, and then Cody Brumage didn't have much to do with that. So overall, good performance. Yeah, I think Cody Carmet Brundage probably should retire as well. Performance of the night: Ricky Torres and Alberto Montez. Um, this fight was nice. Obviously a good submission win for Montez. I think he was just doing a better job of just offensively wrestling and landing shots. Oh shit! I didn't mean. Sorry, I meant to do that. If you look at the stats a bit, total strikes it was really close, but then the submission attempts missed with the sniffing strikes and everything. It was just a great performance by Montez. So very good. And then this one was very boring, I think, for me. Um, I thought for a flyweight fight, like it was kind of nice because they had a lot of back and forth, as you can see. But yeah, I don't know. I just wasn't too interested in most of these fights, any of these ones as well. So let's go to the main card. Bruno Ferreira and then Gregory Rodriguez. Uh, Great shot. Threw a right hand down the pipe with a hook and put him down with even just a straight shot. It was nice. I think that was his fight, but yeah, he flatlined him almost, and it was very nice to watch and see. Um, yeah, it surprised the hell out of me. I thought Ferrer was gonna do a better job and look a little bit more clean, but now Gregory looked amazing. And say the same said for Drew Dober and Michael Johnson. I thought Johnson would probably get this one, but Drew Dober landed a very clean shot, and then Johnson went down, and then Johnson just looked pretty much like he had no more fight left in him, and Drew Dober went ground and pound and took him out of there. It's a beautiful performance, a beautiful fight. Then we have Raul Ruiz Jr. and Rob Font. I don't know. This one was very much a brawl. I didn't see a lot of technique from either men. Roses Juniors did a really good job of wrestling on the ground. It was a very messy wrestling and very messy striking. But it was a good performance by Raw. I think he said he wanted to go for someone in the top 10. I don't think he's personally ready for that. Um, I think he very much was struggling against Rob Font in the striking department, and I think somebody in a higher caliber of the bantamweight division would piece him apart basically, and piece him up. So yeah. And then we have the co-main. Cara Brawl looked amazing. Ritter did fairly well. He didn't gas out like he did in his last fight, or have an issue or anything. So it looked really nice. They both looked in pretty good condition. I think Barlow looked like he got pretty tired towards the end. Obviously 3-round fights, that's going to be an issue in the future if he goes for a title fight. Um, but still a great performance. Like, I don't want to take anything away from Kyle. He fought a prime Randy Ritter and he won with great striking. Look at stats again. I don't think there was much takedowns. No, there was no takedowns really, but there's 2 for Ranier and then 1 for him. But yeah, great performance. Great performance. Then we have the most interesting fight of the night, the one I've been excited for all year. Honestly, one of the best performances I've seen from Charles, purely because of how dominant he looked in every aspect. He was outstriking him. He was controlling him on the ground a bunch. He was going for submission attempts. He had him in very dangerous positions. Uh, a lot of heart from Holloway in each round. Even though he was getting taken out and he was basically on his ground for most of the match, I think over 20 minutes it was. Um, he did very well, like to not give up. And obviously, the last 10 seconds they had the point down. Max swung for the ropes, and Oliveira was doing very well in that too. I was loving watching this because Oliveira looked so good, and it makes me excited for him to potentially rematch Ilya Taporia or maybe even match up against Armin. It does make me a bit sad because I didn't want either to lose, and I didn't want uh Max to lose essentially because I wanted to see Ilya and him fight at lightweight. But I'm not super upset because Oliveira's. If there's anyone I'm happy to see Max lose to, it's Oliveira. Oliveira is one of those people that you just watch and you want him to win. So I'm excited to see what's next for both men. I think Conor McGregor's talking about fighting Charles Oliveira now, which is a good fight. I think Conor McGregor needs a warm up fight before that. So I would love to see Max and Conor booked, even though Max just lost this fight. I think that's a very good matchup to have at lightweight as well. Because I love watching Max Holloway fight these people that he fought at featherweight in the lightweight division. It's a cool concept of what he's been doing, basically. So, yeah, I'm excited for both. I think there's a lot of matchups to be made for Max Holloway as well. I could see them booking him against Vincent Denise, or I guess not right now because he's already scheduled to fight Marcia Ruffy, but I'd like to see him fight Marcia Ruffy or Michael Chandler eventually. Um, there's a lot of good matchups for him in this division, so it's not over for Max. I think Charles is going to be a little bit of an issue right now. Uh, I think his two options right now are fighting Connor or Armin because no one else really be matched with Charles right now because he dominated most of the division besides Taporia, obviously Armin right now. So yeah, great performance from both men, and honestly, it was a fun fight to watch. Wasn't what most people were expecting, but I was happy with it. So